Hi, Casey Durango of Keto with Casey here. I'm going to show you some pictures of meals that we eat around here. Okay, so if you have seen any or many or one of my previous food videos, then you will notice there's a lot of eggs and either bacon or link sausages included. And this is just one of my kind of go-to easy plates of fuel that I'll have. Sometimes it's in the afternoon, sometimes it's late morning, sometimes it's quite early. But these are hard-cooked eggs, just chopped up, and some breakfast link sausages, and that's a dollop of sour cream. And it's filling, it's easy, it's economical, and it is one of those things where sometimes I'm thinking, what can I eat so I don't have to think about eating again for a while, which is a big change from how I used to approach food. This is a plate of fuel that, and I know it sounds kind of precious for me to be saying plate of fuel, but words like food and meal and snack and calories are so charged. Anyway, this is sauteed kielbasa in some reserved bacon fat, some pickles, a couple of rounds of mozzarella cheese. If you've seen those at Costco, you can buy these little logs of pre-sliced mozzarella, and lime. My husband likes to put lime on just about everything. So that was, again, super easy. Cast iron skillet, reserved bacon fat, some kielbasa, and done. It's filling, it's delicious, it's savory, and he comes home for lunch nearly every day. And there I just used the lunch word. And he eats, and this is easy. So it's nice to come up with things that are super quick. The whole thing probably took 4 minutes. Now, another thing that you might see in my food videos, fish. We don't eat a lot of fish, but sometimes it's just right. You want something a little bit lighter. This was flounder, I believe. And if you don't cook fish, it's so easy. It cooks so quickly. Now, for this, cast iron skillet, but coconut oil rather than reserved bacon fat. On lighter foods like scallops or shrimp or fish like this, the coconut oil is nice and light, and it works well. And half an avocado with a little divot cut out because there was a brown spot. Lime again. Frozen broccoli steamed with butter on top. Oh, and let's not forget the beverages. Look at that cute glass. A friend of mine gave that to me. Mermaid's drink free. That is a bunch of ice with diet tonic water and a splash of vodka and a squeeze of lime. Beverages, count 2. And that's always refreshing on an evening. Now, this is prime rib. Man, a rib roast, a bone-in rib roast is the easiest thing you can cook. I believe that I have a video out there on how to cook a standing rib roast. I'll try to put a link to it. Man, it's easy and delicious. Now, we like our meat medium rare to rare. This looks particularly rare. I think maybe the filter on the camera made it look more rare than it actually is. But, some sliced tomato and a nice big serving of prime rib. Or you can leave off the tomato as far as I'm concerned. And it was good. Now, back to eggs. This is just scrambled eggs with some shredded mozzarella, just scrambled up into it in the bowl before I put them into the cast iron skillet, and 3 breakfast links. Super easy, economical. And now that we have our chickens back, not chickens back, we have another flock of chickens, and we started getting some eggs. We will be eating even more eggs. This looks unusual. So that is obviously tomato, half an avocado with some lime, some homemade coleslaw, and that is pork belly. Pork belly is the piece of meat from the pig where bacon is actually sliced from. So we just buy a full pork belly and use it in many different ways. This was just chunks of it, nice band of fat in there, seasoning, cast iron skillet, reserved bacon fat, boom, done. This is a cast iron skillet with, okay, hold it, Spam, broccoli, and cheese. It doesn't get any easier than that. I think I stuck it under the broiler maybe. I maybe didn't even do that. Okay, here is a ribeye cooked on the big green egg. delish. A couple of wedges of tomato. This one was a thinner steak than we usually have. I like my steaks rather thick. So, it's very easy to grill a steak. This is a real quick way to eat. Now, here's what was more important about this particular plate of fuel for me. I was done. I ate, was that a third or maybe 25% of that steak? Remember, the tenets of the protocol are: keep your carbohydrate intake 20 grams or fewer a day, total, not net. Eat fatty sources of protein. Don't eat if you're not hungry. And then the last one is stop when you're satiated. And that is a really hard thing to do. Frankly, the food is easy. Keep your carbs low. Just cut out the starches, and that's easy. But the not eating if you're not hungry and stopping when you're satiated is a challenge. I think it's a challenge for just about everyone. But I was really pleased with this, and this is why I decided to take endless photographs of a rather unappetizing looking piece of meat. Why I included so many, I don't know. But it's important to remember to stop when you're satiated. It is a challenge, but something we should be doing. And so what do you do with leftover ribeye? You saute it up with some tomato and zucchini and spices and have it the next day. Okay, so here is some more of the pork belly. This is kind of a weird looking photograph, and a video is going to come up here just in a second showing my husband cooking the way he likes it. That's just niblets of the pork belly, kind of cut into things with mushroom and some onion and cast iron skillet and reserve bacon fat. And it just, like I said, it just doesn't take any time at all. And pork belly is super economical, and you can cut it up and cook it. You can cook the whole thing if you want in the oven. There's some interesting videos on that, making an Asian-style pork belly with crispy crust. I haven't done that, but I use a cast iron skillet. Now here's the video, a short video of my husband actually doing the cooking. That's pork belly. I think there are mushrooms in there, onions. He might have spiralized some zucchini. I can't tell. He likes to do that, and he likes that meal. Okay, thank you so much. If you want more content, check out my Patreon page, but I really appreciate you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.